think? Like, how do you react to certain situations? What's the first thought that goes through your mind when, like, something you really wanted to happen didn't? Or what do you think when you meet a new person?
Oh, I think when I was introduced, Jonathan was saying I was raised. I always felt only cattle are raised. Human beings should not be raised by anybody. The thing about being human is, it's a very common word that people are using. I was raised, people say I was raised Catholic, I was raised Muslim, I was raised this or that. Nobody should raise you. That's what human means. A human means you can consciously shape yourself. If you're consciously shaping yourself, where is the question of reacting to anything? You can respond as according to your intelligence and your inclinations of the day. But the moment you react, you're enslaved to the situations in which you live. So when something doesn't go your way, see, you must understand, I'm in charge of a foundation, which is nearly 4,000 full-time volunteers and over 3 million part-time volunteers doing variety of work. Volunteers means none of them are qualified for the job. There is enthusiasm, but there is no qualification. And you can't fire them because they're volunteers. And at any moment, without a warning, without notice, they may drop the job that they're doing and walk away. In spite of that, I must tell you, as we sit here today, there are a few hundred programs, inner engineering programs going on in the world. In the last 34 years, not a single program has been abandoned, left unfinished. That's a lot of management, isn't it? Because the entire process is about keeping people in an inspired state that they will hold what they're doing more important than their life and make it happen. Does it mean to say everything is happening the way I want it? No. If at all, if anybody has to go crazy on this planet, it's me. Because there are too many things. People keep telling me, Sadhguru, you're starting this one more project. If it doesn't happen, what to do? If something does not happen, or if nothing happens, if everything that I'm doing fails tomorrow morning, I will still live blissfully and die blissfully. So this is one thing that you must ascertain within yourself. Your way of being is not determined by what is happening around you. What happens within you must be determined by you. What happens around you, there are too many forces involved, isn't it? When we want to do something in the world, there are too many forces which have to cooperate. Not all of them may cooperate, never all of them will cooperate 100%. Nobody around you will happen 100% your way. You're still a young girl, I'm telling you, if you have large expectations of people, no one, not one single person in your life will happen 100% your way. 51% if they happen your way, you have controlling stake on the whole situation. But this 1% must happen your way, isn't it, 100%? If this person is happening your way, how do you keep that person? Blissful or miserable? That's all. You keep this blissful, then in every situation you'll do your best, and that's all you can do. Just because you freak and fret, nothing happens better. So what is the first thought? The thing about me is, most of the time I don't have a single thought on my mind. I'm just empty-headed. Just to make it look substantial, I wear a turban. I don't have a single thought on my mind most of the time. When I want to think, I sit down and think. But otherwise, I don't have thoughts flying in my mind. This is a simple thing you have to do. The moment you're not identified with anything that you're not, When I say anything that you're not, right now, the water in this glass, is this you? If you drink it, will it become you? No? If you drink this, will it become you or not? How did you get this body, huh? Were you born like this? Your normal birth or no? No, a few people fell from heaven, that's why I'm asking you. If you were normal birth, you were only this much, now you became this much. How? Just the food that you've eaten and the water that you consumed, isn't it? So if you drink this, it becomes you?
Yes, but no. Yes, because it definitely helps.
How is it yes but no?
Yes, because it definitely helps in keeping me alive and making me who I am.
No, not that. What is the content of your body? Do you know 2/3 of your body is just water?
Yes, but it's not necessarily that water.
Where did it come from then?
I mean, you drink water every day.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so, and also you go to the restroom every day, so the water, that water isn't going to be part of…
Some part of the water is retained and that's what is you, right now? So I'm asking, okay, 1/3 of this water becomes you, all right? I didn't know you were trying to be that specific. The food that you eat and the water that you drink has become you, isn't it? So what has happened right now is, what you accumulate has become you. You tell me, what you accumulate can be yours, but can never ever be you, isn't it? Right now, as I speak, if I pick up this and say, this is my glass, you will think Sadhguru's got some problem. But everybody says he's wise, let's listen some more. After some time I say, this is me, then you'll say, let's go. Yes or no? Because this is a clear case of insanity. The moment you believe something that is not you as yourself, even medically you qualify. Yes. But that's what has happened. The food appears on your plate, you say, this is my food, then you eat it and then you say, this is me. This is the heap of food that we have gathered has become you. The heap of information that you gathered has become you. The moment you identify with something that's not you, then your mind is ceaseless activity. Ceaseless activity does not mean intelligence. Ceaseless activity or uncontrolled activity means madness. Only satisfaction or only little bit of relief that you may have is everybody around you is in the same state. This mind is truly useful, this hand is useful only because it takes instructions from me. If I want it to go, it goes, if I want it to stop, it stops. The same is true with the mind, isn't it? I'm asking you, does it take instructions from you? If it took instructions from you, I'm sure you would choose to keep yourself blissful every moment of your life. Whatever your intentions may be for the neighbor, but for yourself, it's very clear, you want highest level of pleasantness, yes? If you had a choice between blissfulness and stressfulness, what would you choose for yourself? You must make a choice, I'll bless you. What would you choose for yourself? Pleasantness, isn't it? When we say pleasantness, it's just this. If the body becomes pleasant, we call this health. Becomes very pleasant, we call it pleasure. If the mind becomes pleasant, we call it peace. Becomes very pleasant, we call it joy. If our emotions become pleasant, we call it love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it compassion. If our very life energies become pleasant, we call it blissfulness. Becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call it success. Only for success, you need the cooperation of various forces around you. For the remaining four, the first four levels of pleasantness of body, mind, emotion and energy is just you. If you take charge of this, This will be pleasant. Outside, well, it's a question of skill. Not everybody can create external pleasantness because you will have to harness many forces.